American Top 40.
I'm Casey Kasem. Now, let's answer that question about blind artists. The letter was dictated by a girl in Maryland to her sister Amanda, and it says, "Dear Casey, my name is Sharon Selig. I've been blind from birth, so radio and music have held a special place in my life. I'd like to find out how many blind recording artists have hit the top 40 in the rock era." Well, Sharon, we counted 7 blind singers who have hit the 40. First, there was Al Hibbler, who once sang with Duke Ellington and later went solo. His biggest hit was Unchained Melody in 1955. The next blind artist to hit the top 40 was the great Ray Charles in 57. Then in 63 came Little Stevie Wonder. In 1968, both Clarence Carter and Jose Feliciano hit the top 40 about the same time. Clarence with Slip Away and Jose with Light My Fire. In 77, country star Ronnie Milsap hit the 40 for the first time, and the most recent blind artist to hit the top 40 was another country singer, a lady named Terry Gibbs, who hit in 1981 with Somebody's Knockin'. By the way, famous jazz pianist George Shearing never did hit the top 40. And there you have them, Sharon, the 7 blind artists who have hit the top 40 in the rock era. Al Hibbler, Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder, Clarence Carter, Jose Feliciano, Ronnie Milsap, and Terry Gibbs. Thanks for sending in the question.
American Top 40.
We're on our way to the number 1 song in the USA. Now we're up to the story of the country superstar who couldn't write his name. He's Ronnie Milsap, and as you probably know, Ronnie was born blind. In school, he started to learn Braille when he was 6 years old. Ronnie says he was reading English and history books and doing math by the time he was in 2nd grade. In 4th grade, Ronnie learned to type. And by the time he got into high school, he was typing 120 words per minute, and that's super fast. He says, quote, "They taught us to type so we could write home to our parents. But of all the other things they taught us to do, they didn't teach us to write. Handwriting was not a class. So I came out of high school not being able to write my name." Well, in college, Ronnie met a girl named Joyce, and they fell in love. And sometime after they were married, Ronnie and Joyce were vacationing at a beach near Jacksonville, Florida. Ronnie told her that he was ashamed of not being able to write his own name. He couldn't even sign a check, and he was very embarrassed about it. But Joyce knew what to do. Out on the beach, she took Ronnie by the hand and helped him trace out letters in the wet sand. And after some practice, Ronnie learned to write his name. Now, he could sign checks, letters, and recording contracts. These days, superstar Ronnie Milsap has to write his name quite often, signing autographs for his many, many fans. And he loves it. His latest pop and country hit debuts at number 38 this week on American Top 40. Here's Ronnie with Stranger in My House. Ronnie Milsap, 38 years old, born in Robbinsville, North Carolina, raised in Raleigh, North Carolina, and making his home in Nashville. His 6th top 40 hit debuts at number 38 this week, Stranger in My House, as the countdown continues.
Casey's